biggest things that impacted my walk with the Lord was just going out on the streets and sharing with people.
When we went out and did street evangelism.
Going downtown and sharing with random people on the streets impacted me a lot.
The street evangelism we did because I really got to talk to people I didn't know. It put me out of my comfort zone.
And we just talked to people that we didn't know and just shared the gospel with them.
It showed me just the importance of sharing with others and how easy it is when you just go up and talk to people. So that really made me trust in the Lord and know that He was going to come through if I just prayed and asked. It also showed me just how powerful the Holy Spirit is and how He'll speak through you when you're desperate for Him, talking to other people. Just relying on the Lord and knowing that He'll come through and not having to depend on my own strength.
Like having to be bold with your faith because, you know, it gets kind of nervous having to tell somebody about God, or like it's just not something you do every day.
Like I was evangelizing to people, I kind of saw how God was speaking through me.
Just kind of seeing all the people who didn't know Christ and that you could just have a conversation with and just tell them about, you know, the gospel.
In my own strength, I wouldn't be able to do what I did and be able to meet the people I met and say the words that I said, but in the power of the Lord and the Holy Spirit, I was able to open up my heart and just pour out to people and just show His love through me.
I think what most impacted me was how many lives that, or how many people are homeless right in our own city and state.
I've never really seen that much joy on those kids' faces. That was probably one of the best parts of the trip.
Kids just want to be loved, and I think that we successfully achieved that.
Probably one thing that impacted me personally was just how much joy the kids had in their lives, even though they weren't in the best situations or in the best place.
Probably the biggest thing that God taught me on this trip was just how powerful prayer is, and just how prayers will really be answered, and if you really get behind something in your prayer life, that it will really make a difference.
And what I realized through this trip was that with technology, we don't really hear God through everything. So if we take an hour or two away from it, then we can really experience God and get closer to Him.
But we gave them a bag of just food, giving them that is so much to them. Just to them, it's a huge thing we did for them. Going forward for this, it's really taught me that this really is my city, that I should be taking action and really just making a difference.
We handed out bags to the homeless that had food in them, and I would really like to continue doing that with this strand of three ministry.
I start going down to New Life on Sundays, sometimes to Fam Jam.
We connected with downtown. They have this thing called Fam Jam, which is a VBS for not just kids but the entire family.
I need to serve the people around me and don't need to go somewhere far off, another country, to share my faith, but just the people at my college and the people in that town, I can share my faith with them.
I'm going to try to lead people to Christ in my school because I go to a public school and probably not everyone's Christian, so I just want more people to become Christian and let God into their life.
Next year I'll be going to college, and I think it'd be awesome to do kind of street evangelism, but within people I know, my sorority and stuff, and just really get them to tell their story.
Be more outspoken with my faith and to talk to more people.
Doing is I was passing out bags with food, and just that I can continue doing that.
I'd like to do medical missions when I'm a doctor, to go down to Peru or some other third world country and really just help out there and make a difference with that, because I really love getting to serve others and getting to shine God's light in other communities.